The way you breathe has everything to do with how safe you feel as a human being. And I believe that this is a design of the Homo sapiens frame. And it works like this. You've got lungs. And at the top of your lungs, the little hairs that extract oxygen from the air you breathe are more sparse up here. And they're more dense in the lower part of your lungs. Now, if you didn't know our history, you might think this is a terrible idea. Right? Yeah, I mean, you might think this is a terrible idea because where do people spend most of the time breathing? Up here. They breathe up here all the time. The trouble is when you breathe up here, you don't get quite enough oxygen. And if you don't get quite enough oxygen, your brain gets oxygen starved, and then that triggers cortisol and adrenaline production.
I love this talk. Edmeades. He's not going to teach us how to breathe, but he's telling you exactly what happened. And Dr. Joe Dispenza, I'm going to try to clip a video with this. Dr. Joe Dispenza said, what happened to the human body, when you live with the hormones of stress? You will get sick. Your body will get sick. We're meant to use the hormones of stress just for survival and then go back to the basics. And then you go back to, I'm safe. But today, the way society is built and the way that we are interacting with each other and the way that we are receiving the stimulus, millions at the same time, is keeping us in adrenaline. This is the issue.
It's by design, though. It now seems flawed because we spend so much time sitting down and crunching up our lungs, so we're constantly producing this flow of adrenaline and cortisol when we sit at a desk for too long. It's one of the reasons. Have you ever seen the brain scans where they show a brain of somebody who's been sitting for like 30 minutes and they show somebody who's been walking? The brain scan of the person who's been sitting, it's out. There's no flow in there. There's no electrical circuitry going on. It looks like New York in a power outage. But if you look at the person who's been walking around, it's like fireworks inside there. And I think one of the reasons for that is that when we sit down and we crunch up our lungs and we breathe only in the top, we switch back to reptile brain. And we stop being able to think really consciously. And then a problem with that is that if we breathe like that, what did we say earlier? If we breathe like that and we produce cortisol and adrenaline, we become naturally more pessimistic. I wonder if this is why so many antidepressants are out there these days. Couldn't be related to that at all. But it's a perfect design of Homo sapiens. We are meant to be that way because for most of our history, we didn't sit at desks.
You know that those chemicals can become addictive, and you can turn on the stress response just by thought alone. So then you can become addicted to your own thoughts. So it's a scientific fact that the long-term effects of the hormones of stress push the genetic buttons that create disease. And you can turn on the stress response just by thought alone. It means then that your thoughts can literally make you sick. And so many diseases around the world now are created by the immune system being suppressed, or what we call immune-mediated diseases. Everything from cancer, MS, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, food allergies, food sensitivities is a compromise in the immune system. So here's the question. If your thoughts can make you sick, is it possible that your thoughts can make you well? Well, we did a research study where we took 117 people and we wanted to measure their cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, and another chemical called IgA, immunoglobulin A. It's your body's primary defense against bacteria and viruses. So as cortisol levels go up and you're mobilizing enormous amounts of energy for some threat in your outer world, the immune system dials down. And now the immune system becomes compromised because all of the energy is going for a threat in the outer world. Our immune system becomes suppressed. So typically IgA levels go down.
Not the competition of the hospitals. It's the answer of the problem of the future patients. It's in here, it's in nature. The breathing that you and I did at my office, breath of fire. The other one is the lion's breath. The other one is the turtle breathing. Everything is out there and free. We are 99% energy, 1% matter. 99% energy. We're 99% empty at a molecular level. Quantum physics. Physics, Google. We are empty. We're only 1% matter. When we're treating ourselves with a pill, say Dr. Joe Dispenza, you're working matter to matter. When we are using breathing and meditation, we're using energy. We're using the 99% solution to that 99% self who we really are. And that is how the problem gets solved.